Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Marshall Clyde and we are back with another video. I must admit guys, I'm trying my utmost best to be, what's the word? I'm trying my utmost best to be constant. I'm trying to remain constant because at the end of the day I know what the goal is, okay? Today's video we are going to speak about something really interesting, and this goes for not just youngsters, not just people who's trying to pursue their dreams, but also people who's trying to find themselves. Ladies and gentlemen, the main topic that I'm going to be speaking about today is a few things that you need to know if you really want to chase your dreams. I thought this was something nice that I can speak about because after all I tried to chase my dream. Or wait, I am chasing my dream. In today's video we're speaking about things that you need to know, and if you didn't know them, you learn them here right now, because like I said in the beginning, I'm here to educate, inspire, and just try my best to help people also chase their dreams. To be honest, in the beginning of me chasing my dream, I still don't have anyone that I can look up to and be like, okay, this is what he did, let me see, maybe it works for me, maybe it doesn't. I failed a lot, but I've also succeeded in some aspects. So that's what we're here to speak about today. Let's get right in to today's video. Okay, so the first thing I'd actually like to speak about today is the following. It says, find yourself. And remember that what you really want in life, you are destined to achieve. And that's why you were given that dream. Before I say anything else, the first two words from that which I just said was, find yourself. And the only reason that I'm stating find yourself is actually the first bullet point. I'm saying find yourself because, to be honest, without you really being true to yourself and authentic to who you are as a person, you won't necessarily find the one thing that you have to do on this earth. I'm a firm believer of, if you know who you truly are and you know what you truly like and want in life, you can chase it and it's actually gonna come to pass because it's something that you are supposed to achieve as a person. And many a times it's the most different things, you know. I like saying, when you're true to yourself, when you find what it is that you really want, when you take away the crowd, when you take away everyone else's voices of telling you, look for what you really want, look within yourself, what's that one thing that you're willing to do even if it's raining outside, and someone comes and it's like, bro, you need to do this and you need to do that, but you love it, so you're like, I'll do it. Think about that. That was something I had to think about. What's the one thing that I was willing to do in life that I would do for free? I'd still do for free today. Even though I know I need to get paid for it. Even though I'm blessed enough to be getting paid for what I love to do now. Find that one thing, man. And I promise you, you will just go from step to step and you'll keep going higher because it's what you are supposed to do. Find the thing that makes people happy, man. I'm not saying that you need to be a people pleaser or anything. Find that thing. I promise you, once you found that thing, you will step ahead in others. You identifying the thing that you need to do on this earth. After find yourself, I said, remember that what you really want in life is what you actually are destined to achieve. And it comes back to what I said. If you're true to yourself, the purpose that you have in your life is something that you are supposed to achieve, That's why we have life, because we need to achieve our purpose. We need to fulfill the purpose which we were given actually to fulfill. And I believe it's in our gifts that we are given, in our dreams in life, So chase that, man. With that being said, now that I have that baseline down there, the next bullet point that I have, it says, don't take things personally. It's a reflection of them and not you. Yo, I wish I knew this one earlier. I really wish I knew this one earlier. I think if you have a very great power and when you know what your dream is and when you know what you're supposed to do in life, there's a lot of people who also does what you want to do. I know that we live in a world where there's only so much things you can do, and at the end of the day, the one thing that makes you stand out is your uniqueness, your differentness. Is that a word? When people come and people criticize you, when people judge you, don't take them personally. Don't take judgment personally. Don't take criticism personally. Because at the end of the day, sometimes, actually most times, it's a reflection of who the person is. To be honest, everything someone else does towards you, towards someone else, whatever the case might be, it's always a reflection of them. And I want you to remember something right now, is that in life, whenever you meet people, whenever you like people, it's a reflection of you, always. It's a reflection of you, and it's also a reflection of the person. So for instance, if I meet someone today and we just click from the get-go, there is something that we see in each other which is attracting us to each other, if you know what I mean. You'll never come and see two people who likes the opposite things clicking, because at the end of the day, for you to really vibe with someone and have a nice, vibe, you guys need to have a few things in common to socialize about, actually. And it's always working out better that way. Actually, it always works that way. So when you meet people who kind of doesn't like you, or people who find you too confident or cocky or whatever the case might be, most times, in most case scenarios, it's a reflection of who they are as people. It's also sometimes a reflection of their insecurities. It's a reflection of how they don't love themselves enough. And so we always, because I'm someone that was judged a lot, I still get judged, I still get criticized by people who many a times think they can do better than me. But I know the power that I have in myself, and that's something that we need to have. Not only as young people, but as a person in general. You need to have the power within yourself to know that you can only do what you're supposed to do. Do what you're supposed to do. You're not gonna go and do something like Jay-Z or Beyonce. You're not gonna go and sing just like Justin Bieber. You're not going to go and try to cook like whatever the best cookers' names are. You're not gonna try to race like the best racer, but you're gonna do it like you need to do it. I think that once you realize that the power is within you to just be the most unique and versatile person, sure man, I think every single person on this earth would work so differently. I think there would be a platform or a space for you to just become who you really want to be in life and succeed at it so rapidly. But unfortunately, so, the next thing I'd like to speak about is with chasing your dreams comes so much risk, I think I spoke about this in every video probably, but you need to take risks. Risks is something that it kind of makes you grow as a person if you take risks. And you also need to remember that risks are sometimes not only bad outcomes. The outcomes aren't always that bad, but sometimes the outcomes are good as well. Whenever we do take risks, we need to be positive in what we do. We need to also research. Think about it. Don't overthink, but think thoroughly. Think ahead, most importantly. Another bullet point which I'd like to speak about today, and I think I am someone that can speak about this because I've experienced this in my life, okay? It's the fact that, you see, we come from, or let me say I come from a society where what I really want to be in life is not what a normal person would want to be, I think what's crazy is when I was telling people what I'd like to be, everyone was like, oh, nice. Wow, what? Nice, that's amazing. But yet I could see the doubt in their eyes all the time. I remember telling people that I'd like to be a motivational Bible. This person said that you need to remember that you can only come so far. And I was like, that's nice of you to say. But I simply remembered, and this is something that I want you guys to remember, people will only give you advice based on their experiences in life. No one can ever, if I only made it this far in life, I would never be able to give you advice for this far because I've never made it. And so many times in life, we tell the wrong people our dreams. We tell our dreams to small-minded people, and I don't know if you ever told your dreams to someone and that person makes you feel as if, yo, why did I just tell you? Because that happened to me so much times. I always have myself speaking, but I also believe that when I tell people my dreams, I also want to inspire them to achieve better. I want to inspire them to be like, damn, if he can dream that far, why can't I? Because that's a very important question. I have books, okay? I actually have, hold on, just give me a moment. So ever since 2022, I've got myself a book, right, which I was like my journal, and every single day for the past, since 2022 and it's 2024 now, yeah, so for the past time I have been writing in this book every single day. I'd make the date, I'd have a title to it, so I'm just gonna go into this one, which is Life of 2022, and I am gonna just see what the first date says. So I know I started really late on this, and this is on the 14th of February, which is Valentine's Day, but my title for this particular day is A Sign of the Times. In here I speak about everything that happened in my day, but I also speak about what I've learned. I speak about who impacted my life during the process of the day, and it will probably be a 2-day entry. But ladies and gentlemen, I've got one for 2022, I finished 2023, and now I got 2024 here, and I'll be doing this for the rest of my life. You know why? Because it's always, for me, it's a reminder when I can just go to this book of 2022 and go back and read through the book and see that where I am at today is where I wished I was in 2022. The things I have today is what I wanted in 2022. This is simply a reminder for me every single time, and I don't do it often. I leave this book at home, and the only book I'm taking with me this year is this. When I leave, I take this book, and I leave these, so when I come back, I can go and read, and I can simply see what I wanted that I have. It also keeps me down to my feet, because at the end of the day, this helps me so much. If I were you, get yourself a journal that you write in every single day and write down your thoughts. Write down your goals, your aspirations, the things that you'd like to do, the things you want to achieve. And once it's down on paper, I promise you it's more, I'm not going to say it's easier to achieve, but your will to want to achieve it is even better because you have written it down. It's something you can go back to and read. And yes, we can make memories, we can make thoughts, you can make that bullet points in your mind, but it's so quick to forget in this time. Like in today's life, you can forget like this. Ask me, I forget quicker than, man. But anyway, I hope that you guys are going to take my advice on that, because honestly it helps so much. It helps me as a dreamer, as someone that wants to aspire to be something in life. It's also a reminder, many a times we feel like you're not getting anywhere, especially us that wants to chase our dreams. But I also am here to remind you, and this is another bullet point, things take time. Things take so much time, and many a times we feel like we're not getting anywhere in life. Many a times we feel like we just here. You know, it's been 2 years, but you feel as if you're still here, you know. And many times you sacrificed so much, but you feel as if you're still right there. But brothers and sisters, I'm here to tell you today that when you have a journal such as, you know, and you keep writing and yet you feel like you're stagnating, a month, 2 months, 3 months down the line, you can go back and read where were you at that point in life, and you'll actually come to the realization that you have grown. And I promise you, you feel so much better when you've written it down. And I skip a few days because there's days when nothing really important happens, and I'm like, you know what, you don't have to. But I'm trying my best, and this is where I saw my consistency was with writing, because I kept writing. I tried my best. Let's say I tried my best to stay consistent and keep on writing, and it helped me so much. Remember that in the beginning it feels like you're getting nowhere. In the beginning, it seems like no one's even supporting your dream. It seems like you're the mad one for chasing it. Let me tell you, it just takes some consistency. It takes some time, you know, and that's the beauty of time, is the fact that it takes time. It's only a matter of time. And hence why I'm a believer that time is one of the best gifts that we've been given, because time tells so much. It's not easy. This dream is not an easy thing. Chasing your dream is not easy. It's never going to be easy. You would lose friends. You lose every single thing. And that's another thing. Friends. You don't have friends. I think chasing your dream is simply the most weirdest phase of your life, because you lose a lot. To be honest with you guys, 2 years ago, if you had to tell me this, I would have been like, no, then I'm not chasing my dream. Because I love my friends. I love being around friends. I love being around people. But in these 2 years, I learned that you can't, not when you're chasing your dream. Because it's so easy to be influenced, So you need to practically pull yourself away from the crowd. You need to allow yourself to go through the process. And sometimes, you know what? You don't even get pulled away from the crowd. The crowd gets pulled away from you. The crowd gets pulled away from you. And you need to be strong enough to stand alone. You need to be strong enough to be there, you know, alone but not lonely. And I'll say that again. You need to be strong enough to stand there alone but not lonely. That for me was my biggest problem, you know, was I was scared to be alone. I didn't want to be alone. And this comes from so much years back, you know. Now I don't associate myself with people. I love people, but I don't associate myself too much because I've learned that people are sometimes the most dangerous. People are sometimes the most dangerous at clustering your mind with certain things. So I rather just stay to myself, and when I am with people I keep it short and quiet, and I don't overspeak. I've learned that you shouldn't even speak at all. So I'm always trying to learn from people. I'm always trying to categorize people because I've learned that in this world that we live in, there are people who are so much the same, and I don't blame them. I never blame people anymore because I've learned that people do what's the best for them, and if you know their story, you'll know exactly why. And that's something that I can put out there today, guys, is that it's better off not to judge someone, because if you really knew their story, if you knew the things that they sacrificing, even the things that they're going through, you'll understand why they made the decision which they've made. And this is how I've learned to forgive people. I've learned to forgive the closest people to my heart, because that's the one thing that I learned. And I learned this probably 2 years ago, 3, that many people, actually everyone, even you, the decisions that you make in your life, it's to the best of your interest. You're making that decision because you feel it's the best that you can make it at that time in your life. And so I've learned to love, you know, I've learned to love with that, and that's how I got my peace. It's how I've learned to forgive every single person in my life that ever did me wrong. And it's also how I can be a free person today, is because I forgave them, you know, because I learned that we all are living this world for our first time. We all are only living today for the first time. We're all seeing today for the first time. No one saw tomorrow. No one saw next week. So let's just have mercy on each other, because at the end of the day, it's not as if we live next week, you know. We're only living today, and we'll only love tomorrow. So ladies and gentlemen, with that being said, I hope that you enjoyed this nice talk. I enjoyed it so much, and I love how I'm just getting to enjoy it even more, sitting down and just having a discussion about what's on my mind, but also it's things that I hope will impact you and change your lifestyle at the end of the day. So with that being said, ladies and gentlemen, I am Marshall Clyde, and if you enjoyed this video, all I need you to do is like this channel, subscribe actually to this channel, like this video, and we are out.